Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial from Timmy the Creator. So let's talk about one of my current personal projects. So I'm working on a project. This is like a two-layer agbada that you can see on my screen. I can see there is a staff here, but this staff you are seeing right now, I did not model this staff on Blender. I used AI to generate the model of this staff. So I'm just going to be showing you the process in this tutorial. So let me show you this. So this is it on Blender. You can see the stuff on Blender, but the project is still in progress. Sorry, let me try to rotate this so you can see this. Let me just go back to this view to reduce lagging and stuff. So I will show you the process that if you are not good with modeling. So let's go to Google and let's start from there. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to get more tutorial from me, Timmy the Creator. So let's move. So this is my ChatGPT. So let's assume you are looking for, I don't know, maybe a staff or anything you want to use as a background for your digital fashion. I don't know. So let me just use the staff for example now. So let me just say an African staff. Let me use African staff. Yes, African staff. So we have different staff here. So it's now left for you to select which one you want to use. You can even specify the kind of staff if it's not Nigerian or Yoruba culture. You get what I'm trying to say? So you just need to specify. So this is the one I used in my project. You can see this is the particular one I used for my project. But let's look for something else. Okay, let me use this. Okay, no, I want to see the tip. Or we can use this. So we can use something like this. I can save as. This is actually sharp. And okay, it's still loading. I'm going to let's say staff image. So I can go to ChatGPT and say I want the staff in a white background, but it's not necessary because the background is actually cool. But I'm just giving a reference. In case you have a background with several colors, so it's better for your background to be on a white or a plain background so that the AI can identify what you are talking about. So okay, I want this staff in a white background. So generate. Okay, let's see. So analyzing the image, and let me just pause this so you can skip the part of the generation. So now as you can see, ChatGPT has generated our stuff. So what the next thing I'm going to do is to download. So I've downloaded this, you can see it here, and we can go to Tripo. This is what I'll be using, Tripo studio.tripo3d.ai. So this is what you are going to be using. I would have said you should use Mesh AI, but if you generate from Mesh AI, you need to buy their coin before you can download the model with texture, or before you can download the model in any format. I know most of us are aware of Mesh AI, but I'm using Tripo so that I can show you, so I can download this for free. So let me just use it like that. So I'm going to select the image icon, add, and I'm going to select that image that we generated in a white background. So I'm going to select this and select this and select 25. I think I see okay, I have 275 here. You get. So Meshi will give you this thing. Meshi will give you coin, but you might not be able to download it. I don't know if it's the recent version. So these are my previous generation from Tripo 3D.ai. So this is where you can generate for free. So I'll just keep this part of generation because it might take longer time. So I'll show you the results next. Okay, sorry that I'm back. I just noticed something, that my texture has been checked, so it will probably generate with texture, but let's see. So this is our generation from Meshi AI. Not exactly like what the image is, but then this is fine. We can just manage this. So you can see this. I'm trying to rotate, so I'm pinning my I think my left click, yes, to rotate, and you can scroll to zoom. Do you get? So you can do that. And what you notice again is the faces or the polygon are high. So we are going to reduce the polygon on Blender because I don't think you'll be able to do that here, since you need to upgrade to the premium or the pro version. So don't worry about that, we'll do that on Blender. So next thing I'm going to do is to export. So I'm going to download this in OBJ or GLB, anyone is fine. So let's just export it as OBJ. Has it started? Okay, yeah, it should start. asset 1. The pop-up is not showing yet. So it has downloaded. So let me just try to extract it or remove this from this folder, or remove it from this folder. OBJ is a lot. Okay. So let me just bring this out. I think GLB would have been fine. I wouldn't get all this, but anyway, this is fine. So let me just paste it here. Yep. So we have something like this. Okay, triple convert. So let me just go back to Blender. Let me just bring this up here. So let me create another collection, new collection. We get new collection, and this is where I'll bring the stuff. I'm going to select import OBJ and go to download and go to this triple convert and bring it in. I don't know if it's textured, so let me try to see if it is textured. Still taking time. Okay, you can see it is textured here. It is textured, so we are good to go. GZ, let's bring it up. So another thing is this. So you can try to scale it if the size is not standard, but I think the size is standard, so we don't need to do any scaling. So we have two staffs here. You can see. So for the faces or the so for the faces or the vertex, we need to reduce that so that you won't have it won't take time to load on CLO3D, or you won't have a laggy CLO3D, something like that. So can go to this, and I'm going to search for decimate. Yes. So decimate says that we have 68,782 face count. So I'm going to change this to probably 0.01. Let's see. So while you are trying to reduce the number of vertex, just make sure that it doesn't affect the smoothness of the staff. So let me change this to 0.1. Okay, we have 6,000. I don't know. I think 6,000 should be fine. 6,000 should be fine. You can go with that. So I will just apply this. So Control A to apply. So Control A to apply. Okay, good. So we have something like this. So you can just export this as GLB. If you want it to come with texture, that's if you don't add texture manually on CLO3D. Even though we have our texture map already on my system, in my downloads, we download the texture along with the model from Tripo. So you can add it manually or just export it as GLB. So let's export it as GLB. Where are you guys? Yeah, this is it. So export as GLB. I already have my first staff, so I'm just going to say staff 1 and export GLB. So I'll go back to CLO. So right now I am on CLO. So let me go back to file. Let me go to import. Let me go to where is the GLB? Yes. And let's select the staff 1. Yes. Make sure it is in meter, and select add and select OK. So still loading. Remain volume and remain point. We select OK and select OK, and then we have it here. So you can see we have a staff here. So the next thing, though this project is not done, because normally I'm supposed to rig the fingers. And also if you're using a manicure from CLO3D, something from let me see, avatar or mail to, if you're using a manicure from CLO3D, you should be able to rig the finger. That's if you don't use custom avatar like this, or you're using this kind of manicure, you should be able to rig the hand, because there is a feature that allows you to rig your manicure on CLO3D. You can do that and render your result on CLO3D if you don't render on Blender. Anyway, this is just how you can create custom accessories based on reference photo or drawings, which you can generate to look realistic or look like an image on ChatGPT before sending it into Tripo 3D to give you a 3D model. So this is just the workflow. So thank you for watching this tutorial from Timmy the Creator. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell to get more tutorial from Timmy the Creator.